Welcome to B2B Freelance Writer. In this video, we'll look at why landing high-paying freelance writing clients is a matter of skill and not luck. Before we get into it, hit subscribe. We post a video every single day teaching you how to become a highly paid freelance writer in the B2B industry. Is there an element of luck when it comes to landing clients? Yes, absolutely. But it's not how most people think about it. You're not sitting and praying for a client to fall from the heavens. That's not the strategy you're going for. And getting a client is not an accident of nature. But if you say that there is luck involved, but you don't understand why, then you won't go far. You will actually be subject to luck. Given that there is an interplay of several variables, most of which you do not control, it means that the very fabric of this board game involves randomness. The game you're playing is, to some extent, a game of randomness. You've got to understand that. You've got to understand that there are things you can control and there are things you can't control. So if there is luck, then why did I say that you need skill? Well, skill is simply the management of luck. Skill is the management of luck, is the successful management of luck, of randomness. Skill is a function of how you manage the variables within your control and adjust to the variables you do not control. The variables within your control, we'll talk about this in a moment, but the variables you don't control is basically everything else. And it can either come as a negative or a positive or something neutral. When it's negative, how well you let it not affect you. When it's positive, how you can capitalize on it. Meaning, let's say you are just starting out, you might not recognize a very good opportunity to upsell a potential client or an existing client. So you're unskilled in seeing that variable that just presented itself out of the blue based on something they said. You do not have the skill to spot that, so you miss out on it. At the same time, something bad might be happening in the sense that you might be simply having a prospect which has all the seemingly good qualities of a good client, but there is something fundamental that they're missing, and as a result of not having that skill, you don't see it, or not having that experience, you don't see it, and it plays against you. So therefore, at high skill levels, you manage the variables you can control very well, and you adjust to the negative and positive shocks from the variables you don't control quite well as well. Higher your skill, the higher the chances you land high paying clients and keep them making a full-time income. So what are the variables you can control? There are many, but here are the main ones. Your writing skills, what is a business funnel, understanding how your writing fits in content strategy, finding the right clients, your expertise, your proof signals, we've talked about this before, your online presence, your outreach and follow-up, and basically everything we teach. Whenever we're teaching you something, we're teaching you a variable that you can control. I should have put it here, but your website, your portfolio, how you present it, all of these things are skills, meaning that you can always get better at each one of these. You can train them by improving them consistently. You improve the variables that you can control. And if you're not at 5K per month at least, which is the bare minimum as a freelance writer in the B2B industry, then you're either not doing enough, or if you are, then you're not doing it at a high skill level. And that's okay. Because as you do more and adjust, that should be adjust, not adjust. Sounds almost the same. And adjust based on feedback, your skills improve. You, I should have said you get better, but anyway, you get better at managing the variables you can improve. That's an awkward sentence. You better manage the variables you can improve. Oh, I see what I was trying to do, but yeah, I should have said you manage better the variables you can improve, and you can handle the effects from the variables you cannot control. That's basically skill. Skill is something you can improve. And what are you going to improve? The variables within your control. At the same time, the wisdom, the knowledge, to see the variables that you cannot control, and when they come at you, how well you respond to those is also a matter of skill. So in the end, it is a matter of skill. Skill is the management of luck. Remember that skill is the management of luck. So yes, landing high-paying clients is a matter of skill, not luck, because randomness is there anyway. The very fabric of the board game involves randomness. So your skill becomes how you manage that reality. Thank you for watching this video. Hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.